Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. In between episodes I got a comment which gave one piece of useful information and a question, so let's go over both of those. First one is the useful piece of information. It's where the dodge skill is, and it tells us the calculation for it, which is 30 plus the target's agility, not agility bonus like the raw value, minus attacker's perception. So right now it's 48%. That's because there is no attacker, because that's a conditional modifier. As it says, this list does not contain conditional modifiers because, like, how could it? You don't know, like, everyone's gonna have a different perception value. But anyway, so it's 30 plus agility minus perception, and then what you do is you take 25% off the top thanks to our armor, which gives us a dodge penalty of 0.75. And I've done the calculation to make sure that this is right. So basically it's 65, which 75% of 65 is 48.75, which rounds down to 48%. Okay, that makes sense. So if we look at our armor where it says like 18% of enemy attacks will miss this in this chapter, basically you could reverse engineer that to work out what the average perception is in this chapter, right? If we equip the other one, or if I go into cargo and have a look at it, is it armor kit? I think it is. Yes. Wait, that says there we go. So that's 34% would miss there. So again, you could reverse engineer it to work out what exactly you're getting in terms of dodge, but there you go. Although we should just wear this one anyway, because having looked at it, this is the exact same armor without the dodge penalty. So that seems good. We'll wear that, and then I can send this to cargo. Awesome. Well, that's that sorted. The next thing was a question, which is why do I keep trying to make this character a melee character? What do I want to do with them? Well, first of all, weapon skill is higher, so immediately we're going to be better with melee weapons, but that was due to a choice in character creation. The thing that I saw in character creation that made me want to make this guy a melee character eventually was strength in numbers to start with. So, we get extra resolve, which is the amount of momentum that you gain each turn, if there are 3 or more creatures, allies or enemies in the 3-cell radius. So, immediately we're going to get a bonus if we are surrounded by enemies, right? We're going to get a bonus to momentum, which lets us get those really, really good abilities. Awesome. So that's the first thing. The second one is not camaraderie, outnumber. If a Hive World character has melee superiority against an enemy, the effect is increased by 10. So that's just you have like more people next to them than they have next to you. Yeah. So in melee combat, any target surrounded by more allies than enemies receives a plus 10 weapon skill bonus for each additional ally. So we would get an extra plus 10 on there. So we're going to end up getting really, really good weapon skill if we can get melee superiority once we get outnumber. So that's basically my idea. Now, is it a good idea? I don't know. I've never built a character in Rogue Trader, but in concept, it seems fine to me. My only problem is that our ability to dodge via agility and our ability to tank via toughness are both pretty bad, which means going into melee range is not ideal currently. But I hope we can fix that. Now, why am I using a sniper rifle most of the time currently? Well, it's fairly accurate. Like, even though our ballistic skill is actually pretty garbage, the sniper rifle hits things and it kills things. So therefore, why would I swap? I'm thinking at some point, we're either going to need to specialize in ballistics if we want to keep going this way, or we're going to have to pivot onto something that we're actually good with, which might be weapon skill. And my other thought was, if we go for this melee superiority plan, where we get extra weapon skill for standing next to allies who are next to enemies, right? What that will eventually do is it means we don't need to put as many points into weapon skill to kind of keep up with the pace of the game, because we're getting an artificial boost from standing next to allies, right? If that makes sense. So we can put more points into things that are useful outside of combat or that give us other skills and so on. That's kind of the plan. I don't know how viable that is, but that's kind of the plan. Anyway, we are on this planet. We have got rid of the rebels that were immediately at the port here, and now we got to kind of look around, loot, and figure out how we're leaving this port and potentially go and see the governor. Also, there might be just a random cut in this video at some point where I just completely stop mid-sentence and then start again like several hours later my time. That's because I'm expecting people around at some point to do some work, and I don't know when they're going to be here. So it could be this episode, it could be some complete other time, so we'll see. This person, we can't speak to them. It's a lot of blind mad people around here. Interesting. Alright, let's do a lore Imperium check.
I always get the job done.
Written on the side of the shuttle in pilot's lowly slang are the words, "Do not touch a shipment of tithes to the blessed Lord Captain Kiligos Winterscale. Perhaps there's something worth your attention in this shuttle." It says do not touch. To me, that says steal. Ooh, a commander's cloak. Increases the range of the officer archetype abilities by 1 cell. Do we have an officer? I think... Are you an officer? I don't think you are, right? Wait, let's have a look here. Warrior. No, I don't have any officer archetypes. Right? Because that would be a... I'm just double checking here. I mean, you're saying Navy officer, but I don't think that's actually an officer archetype, unless I'm wrong. Maybe it is? Possibly. I don't know. Do you have a cloak on? You do. Yeah, that seems better anyway. And you're the only person who could possibly be eligible. What does... If I go and have a look in here, what does it say? No, I want to look what it says by officer. So there is just an archetype called officer. Okay, well, we'll, you know, when we see it, we'll give it to whoever has that. I assume at some point we'll run into one. By the fact they're giving us gear for them. Okay, sure. Or cargo. We'll have that. Right, what else have we got here? So we got some stuff all the way at the other end here. Let's go have a look for that. We could also try and heal Abelard, but, like, our medical skills are not good.
Is there money to be made?
So that's fine. The eyes lie, the final dawn purifies vision. And there's a random cut in the video. Wasn't away for hours, but was away. Right, so lucky Jasper has just shot the mad people coming at him. The young shaggy-haired soldier is still pale. Nonetheless, as you approach, he holsters his pistol, the hallmark of good discipline. He gives you a somewhat frightened but genuine smile. "Thank you, my lord. You arrived in a nick of time. I don't know what those babbling creeps wanted with me, but it definitely wasn't anything good." "Who are you?" "Lucky Jasper, the governor's aide and personal Vox operator. I was dispatched to the starport on special orders," the young man proclaims, desperately trying to tame his tousled hair. "Are you unharmed, soldier?" "All thanks to you, my lord. Maybe we shot them? I'm sorry, I was away for just half a second. Those blind lunatics are all over the city right now. These rebels, damn them to the void, go around maiming anyone they can get their hands on and scorching their eyes, and they leave the poor sods driven mad by the pain to wander the streets babbling nonsense." He lowers his voice and adds with gravity, "The command doesn't seem to want anyone to talk about it. I've heard whispers that it's not just some nonsense. It's heresy. Actual heresy. Because listening to it scrambles your brain. It made one patrolman freeze in his tracks, while the blind mob got hold of him and carried him from his post off to who knows where." Okay, and what exactly are you doing here on your own? "Following Governor Medine's special instructions, namely..." He grits his teeth with a pained expression furrowing his brow. "Alright, it's a secret assignment. I can't talk about it." Ooh, how are we going to handle this? So, we can lore Imperium him to basically say, well, it's my right to know. We can get Talas to read his thoughts. We can say, whatever punishment you're afraid of, I can do worse things to you. Okay, or we can persuasion him and say, what if what you know is priceless intelligence, and if you were to die before you could relay it to anyone? I think we lore Imperium him. We say, I'm a rogue trader. Why don't I simply order you to tell me everything? It is well within my rights. Sure, it's a 100% chance of passing. Seems like the correct thing to do. A rogue trader? After casting a quick glance over your gear, he nods in understanding. Oh, so you must be from House von Valancius's ship. The starport auger's surveillance system reported that it detected your ship entering the system. Then you heaved to, sent a shuttle to another unidentified ship, a very strange one at that. Then that ship departed. So that must be where Voigtver went. Jasper pauses for a second and mumbles. But the auger surveillance station's reports are not to be disclosed to third parties. But you know that already, don't you? Well, alright, if you really are a rogue trader, I'll tell you everything. Alright, why did they send you to the starport? I was supposed to deliver updated Vox codes and, how should I put it, assess the situation. The planet is a real mess at the moment. The rebels have found their way into our Vox net and are now eavesdropping. This made proper communication impossible. The hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium had sent out a distress call before it went dark. And who even knows what's happening in the system? There's been a riot on Ricada Philia, the prison planetoid. Uric 5 station is silent, although the navigators there have always been a reclusive bunch. I was hoping I'd be lucky enough to run into a pilot or the captain here who would give me an update, but that's hardly a possibility right now. The rebels are blasting anything that tries to land out of the sky with their damned cannon. Okay, cool. So, we got a little bit more information. I think we already knew about some of these, but you're getting some information on what's actually happening in the system. He stops talking a little too abruptly. What's the last thing he said? But it's hardly a possibility right now they're blasting everything with their damn cannon. Brutally maim him. I think I will punish you for disclosing classified information. My god. Okay. Tell me about Uric 5. There's not much anyone could tell you about it. That station belongs to the Navis Nobilite themselves. Emperor knows what they do up there. Who even lives there? They scorn ordinary folk. The only person they're willing to grace with an audience is the esteemed Yvain Winterscale. It's beginning to sound like he is complaining. That place is creepy. They say they order shuttles with servants from Ricad Minoris on a regular basis. As they're too important up there to change filters and clean compartments themselves, huh? Except, I've never met anyone who served there. It's like no one ever comes back. Who is Yvain Winterscale? The esteemed and honourable scion of the blessed rogue trader Caligos Winterscale, master of the Ricad system. At the behest of his illustrious father or grandfather or uncle or his illustrious relative, Lord Yvain took up residence on Ricad Minoris. Jasper's face betrays a fierce struggle before he blurts out, "You know, I find it curious that blessed Caligos didn't make him ruler of our world. Lord Yvain is his blood, and it's the governor who rules us. Then why do you think he sent him here? I think he's been exiled." Okay. Do you think the governor can handle the rebellion? Jasper mumbles evasively. Well, obviously, I'm not some pessimist to say otherwise. Could despondency get you dragged in front of a firing squad? No, I think I'll just say I won't tell anyone. You really won't? Well then, if you ask me, things are pretty rotten. His words come flying out at a rate of stubber fire. Those rebels are strange, who would have easily quelled a normal riot. We're not some commoners, we're Ricadians, the naval elite of House Winterscale. Those people, they're vicious, they know no fear. And their attacks are so precise, it's like they know what's going to happen ahead of time. The command executed 7 officers on suspicion of espionage, but it's not about spying. They say the leader of the rebels is some two-faced Aurora who can see into the future. Now she is the real danger. Adira scoffs and rubs her hands together in excitement. She can see into the future, is that right? Oh, we'll see about that. She's up against the wrong psyker. My breezy whispers may be vague, but they've not failed me once. I can tell you without asking my ethereal friends that her future doesn't look too bright now that the Lord Captain is involved. Okay. I'm looking for An interrogator of the Inquisition who may have arrived on this planet. Have you heard of anyone matching that description? Jasper's face quickly turns grey as he says, I have. I don't know where he is now. I'm sorry, I don't like discussing affairs of the Inquisition. There's something else you're hiding from me, isn't there? More classified secrets? Jasper looks away. It's nothing classified, just personal. There's another reason why I'm here. My betrothed is missing. Raquel Vekari, the esteemed Yvain Winterscale's personal pilot. When the riot reports came from Rykada Philia, Lord Yvain headed there personally. Then this rebellion started down here, and we lost communication. No one knows how they're doing up there. You know what I'm afraid of? That they'll come back, and those rebel scumbags will shoot them out of the sky. I wanted to find a place that's high up, set up a voxcaster there and send them a transmission. The sky is closed off, don't try to land. I didn't make it in time. Those blind dogs chased after me, and as I was running I tripped and broke the caster. He hangs his head sadly. I worry for her. She's an excellent pilot, but I still worry. Abelard shakes his head disapprovingly, but his eyes are understanding. That is why all members of a voidship clan share the same employment. No matter how devoted a servant of the Emperor is to their duty, there is always the danger that family ties might disrupt regulations and order. Okay, interesting. I see. Jasper smiles, but his face looks a little less carefree than a few moments ago. I'm not going to brutally maim him. I have no more questions. It was a pleasure to be of service to you, my lord. It's been nice to chat to someone normal. He glances warily at the body of the nearest blinded lunatic. I must take my leave. You're right, we shouldn't stay here. We might run into rebels. I'll go find a safe place to watch the sky for any landing shuttles. May the Emperor protect you, my lord. Okay. Well, that's good. It seems to be mostly linear from here, but let's just have a little look over this side.
Always
Just
keep your eye on the
double check.
prize.
We've got more blind madmen. Okay. Do a little save while we're here as well. Can I speak to you? Eyes, my eyes, have you got them? Please give them back to me. Even just one, please. Okay. Have they been burned out? I don't think anyone has your eyes. Okay, so we got some rebels here. Let's go for it.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Right.
An example out of you.
So how are we going to handle this? So we got a bunch over here. I think I really want you, like, here. So you can start shooting these guys. We got... Oh my god, there's so many of them. I want Adira over here somewhere, so Adira can start doing some AoE. Abelard, I guess I'm going to send you here so you can, like, block some damage for Adira. Oh, someone right around here as well. Okay. Then we are going to go... yeah, it's not a great spot for us currently, actually. I mean, I would want to go here. The only problem is that these guys would absolutely lay into us. Yeah, so let's go here instead, I guess. We'll try and move forward when we can. That's a lot of buffs. Okay.
Die! Die! Die!
Well, you just shot your own side again.
My patience has failed me.
They're moving forward. Okay. So I'm thinking something like this seems good.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Also, I should probably double check the buff that they have on them. And it's probably the buff that keeps giving them damage increases. But what's Enraged Crowd? Applies Raging Woe at level equal to the corresponding amount of rebels in the fight. Oh, wow. So that's quite a lot of people that they have in the fight currently. Okay, let's
for the weak.
do a little running gun. Could go here and try and do a shot that... Like, if I did this and then did a shot like that... No, I was trying to see whether I could hit, like, you know, more of them here. I cannot. Okay, stay where you are then. Cancel. There we go. And just shoot like this.
I'll do it. Eradicated.
Nice. We got another one. Okay. One more and we can do Revel and Slaughter to get a buff. Okay. Awesome. Good first turn. End turn. We get our turn. I guess we could have been up here shooting them, I guess. Because we wouldn't have been... yeah, we could have shot them from here. Potentially. Because they are... there's only one that can actually get around cover. But let's not worry about that. We can take a shot on this guy. I think we just do.
You never stood a chance.
Nice. I know we're giving them buffs, but I mean, there's not really a lot of options. Then let's try and give
I'll see to
like
it
a little
personally.
debuff on that guy. Yeah, and then we could do one of these and then run. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do this and try and move up to the next bit of cover. Oh, I've already shot, so I can't. Oh, I always forget that. You have to move then shoot.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
That's fine. Okay. I think Abelard is gonna be like dead as hell. Let's not worry about that. Covered us in fog. Okay. I mean, this has to happen.
Be gone.
Yeah. That needed to happen. Let's give Abelard a little buff. Okay. Cuts and cracks appear in our skin. And then we'll do a little analyze enemies on this guy.
Of course.
Cool. That seems good. Abelard. I think we might want to try and kill this rebel. Maybe this rebel. If I charge, I can get behind that cover potentially. Well, actually I won't even end up behind the cover. Wait, so who gets turns? So you get a turn. Okay. Followed by you, then Argenta. Yeah, so I want to take out this one.
Victory is imminent.
Nice. Followed by hitting them again. Do it.
I took care of this one.
Nice. Can't quite get behind cover, but we can use
Indeed.
Endure. Just to try and tank ourselves up a little bit here. Okay, and do we want to try this? Sure, because this is a 3-cell radius, I think. 1, 2, depends if you count diagonal. Maybe,
At your
sure.
beck and call.
I'm just gonna try and give us a buff. You know, we'll try it. Okay, that seemed to work anyway. Oh wait, no, so it's allies. It doesn't count. Isn't enemies. This was a different thing. Yeah, so you gain +2 deflection. That seems fine. Okay, so they get their turn. They're moving up. Okay, that's fine. They have killed their own side. 2 members. That's pretty good for us, I'd say. I'm happy with that.
Time to prove my mettle.
He's a little hurt. We probably need to try and heal him if we can. Yeah, okay. I need to get out of this. It's just where do I go? So I think I probably run out here. And then go for something
Right
like
there.
this. But try very specifically not... There's a trap up ahead. Order your character to disable it. Okay, that seems fine. But like, I'm in combat right now. Like, chill. I don't want to shoot Abelard under any circumstances, so I think I go with this shot. Hopefully we
As
shoot
the
one at the
Emperor
back if we
commands,
miss.
I act.
Okay, we did some damage. That's the best we could hope for there. And then we can do this to gain a little extra momentum. Nice, we're almost at level where we can use these abilities. That's great. Okay, end turn. Yeah, again, we kind of want to be out of cover. But, yeah, it's going to be a problem. I don't really want to be, like, standing here and hitting this guy. I could go here and just shoot him. So let's just have a look at this. So if I did this, am I looking good? No, it's really low chance of hitting, actually. Go there. Surefire plan. That doesn't give us anything. Let's undo what we're doing right now. I can't surefire plan at all. Wait, do I have no... oh, I still have a stack of it. Okay, that's fine. So probably run, get the deflection bonus, then take a shot at somebody. Maybe that's our best plan. Yeah, so let's run. Oh, we do have this, which gives us a free action, which always hits. We could do that, potentially. Let's see.
This could be an opportunity.
So it could be like this, hit, kill, and then see where we go from here. Maybe.
Here's my perfect moment.
Nice. Okay. Follow up by taking a shot on that guy.
Another enemy down.
Nice. Perfect. Okay. Then we'll do one of these.
Who if
Just put
not
more
me?
stacks on them. Okay. Should mean that in theory that we can kill them this turn. Oh, don't hurt to laugh. She dodged. Okay, you did destroy the cover though. I didn't know you could do that. If I move here, I'm going to take an attack of opportunity. If I just attack, I'm going to take a lot of potential damage. Yeah, that's not good. We could... don't know. We could just ignore, go for these guys, and then hope that Abelard could walk over here and kill. That might be our best play, actually.
Was that you? What?
Oh, we did take an attack of opportunity for doing that. That's not good. Okay, you'll probably take an attack for doing that as well, huh?
Will do.
Let's just mark you with some more analyze enemy and then end your turn. Okay, Abelard. Yeah, I kind of want to do a charge over here. Yeah. Charge.
I will do my duty.
I want to heal, but I also want to just hit you again. I think I have to try hitting, because I think that if I let this person live,
That's
we're going to
your
be in
back.
big trouble. Okay, then I need
will
to
be done.
endure. He does have temporary wounds, and he is standing in front of Adira, so might literally block the bullets. And there's only one enemy left. They missed. Ah.
I will
Okay.
bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
I mean, you're not going to hit. Might as well reload then. Let's reload.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I actually want a running gun. Let's see how far we... oh, this is as far as we can get.
God Emperor,
I was hoping
move
for a little
through
bit
me.
more, but that's
Be the
okay.
Fire in my heart.
We can't even
That
burst?
is not the Emperor's
Oh.
will.
Okay. Yeah, because we...
This is
yeah,
unacceptable.
we have no line of sight anyway. That's fine. We can't burst because we can only use, like, a single attack. Or lowest MP... or lowest AP attack, is that right? I don't know. I'm sure it had some restriction on it, but it doesn't really matter. We weren't in range. You can take a shot though. Let's do one of these.
I won't stand for it.
No line of sight. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, I don't like the fog there either. Now you stand here. You would stand there, then take a shot. You'd have a chance. Okay, stand there. Do that.
I am ready for whatever comes.
Okay. Followed by using
On
Shift
it.
1, which is our surefire plan. And then we're going to take a shot, which will do more damage in theory. It missed. I could get rid of these to lower their dodge, parry, and armor. Do you have armor? You have some armor, and you have dodge. Yeah, you know what? Let's
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
let's get rid of
I'll
this.
make it happen.
There we go. So he should now have zero armor and basically no dodge. Wonderful. Talas. Oh, get behind cover. Then hit him with one of
There
these.
is movement in the Imperium.
Okay. Then hit him with some more
On it.
analyze enemy stuff. Maybe I should have done it the other way around. That's fine. Target is too far to charge. Okay, could you charge from here?
Tried and
There
tested
we go.
tactics are the best ones.
That seemed to work. Does this give us anything? Not really. So let's just hit him.
At your beck and call.
Okay.
Indeed.
Then endure. Okay. Be tanky. They can't shoot while they're there. We get our attack of opportunity. Nice.
Oh, not like this.
Not again.
Emperor protects the
Not
fallen.
again, Abelard. I get the feeling this is going to be common until we figure out how to make him tanky.
I will not.
Do you mean no line of sight from there? I mean, I could just take a shot and hope, but I just don't
Guided
think we
by
have line of
fate.
sight, unfortunately.
That is not
All right.
the
Well,
Emperor's
that was a
will.
good turn. Our turn. Stand over here. Take a shot.
I'll see to
88%.
it
He's not even in
personally.
cover. Nice. Maybe I should have just waited on the previous turn. Don't run in with Abelard. Just wait. So he now has a crippled arm, so has reduced weapon skill and ballistic skill. Oh no, Abelard. His weapon skill is lower than everyone else's. Oh, his stats are atrocious. His toughness is great though. As a wall, he's pretty good. As anything else, he's atrocious currently. I don't need a knife. These are pretty good. We should like just double check that these aren't better than what these guys are using, but there we go. Then we'll collect all. Okay. So what are you using? I just want to double check, because this one, you would lose a little armor, but you'd gain a lot of dodge back. That's the thing. Okay, so you lose 5% armor, but you gain like a reasonable dodge. Yeah, I just wanted to split that into two. So instead of 48 base, you go up to 65 base for 5% damage. Actually, I'm on the opinion that this might be better. Then you, are you the exact same? Yeah, I actually think the dodge is definitely better for you. You're not really being hit, so, and you're often behind cover. And dodge is an agility based thing. Yeah, actually this is absolutely your thing. Let's add those to cargo. Wonderful. Right, select everybody. Oh, Rebel Commander. Grab the loot.
Cast your eye there.
So basically nothing. That's fine. And then some boots. Whenever the wearer deals damage to an enemy, the wearer has a 25% chance to gain 2 MP. Okay. Well, there are two obvious people. Argenta, potentially, because she does a lot of damaging of enemies, right? Like, she does a lot of individual bits of damage due to burst fire. It could be useful to damage and then potentially, like, shoot, move. Abelard is obviously the other choice, because he charges in, hits them, gives them a chance to reposition. I'll give it to him for right now. Yeah, he needs every bit he can get. Okay. Tear down the door of the sacred loader. We'll look at that in a
Keep
second.
your wits about
I'll bring
you.
it over here. So we have some more of these things. We have another chainsword, actually. Wait a second. Yeah, take that out. Collect all. Did I decide that sword was better than chainsword, or... No, I don't think I did. I think that this is just a straight up... Wait, we've got a chainsword. Oh, this is the sword. I was reading it the wrong way around. Never mind. Add to cargo. The turret that was placed in a great hurry. The turret was placed in a great hurry, but the Technomat never had a chance to activate it. Okay. So we got some more disarming things and a way out over there. Streets of the capital. So this, I think, just opens like literally just this door.
Nothing
I always
escapes
have a
my
backup
sight.
plan.
Yeah. It's fine. Large medikit. Heals 1 fresh injury, or if none, 1 old injury upon a successful Medicaid test. Okay. Well, we'll hold off for now. That's definitely useful, I would say. Definitely useful. These are not fresh, though. These are old, unfortunately. Right. Let's do this. Yeah, tech use seems like a good thing.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Hey, so where does this take us? Doesn't say. Takes us somewhere. Alright, there's loot.
I always keep my options
There's loot
open.
over here that we've just kind of spotted. Okay. Let's have a look. Hey, it's just loot. Alright, I'll take it. So now we have the choice of finishing this area to go straight to the capital or going through there. Oh, and we leveled up. Oh, cool. Let's do the level up first then. So we get a talent. Now people have told me that... Actually, let's not do us first. Let's back out. No, I want to back out entirely. I want to do you first. Oh, I can't? I can only... Okay, I have to stick on the person I'm doing. That's fine. People have told me there are more tabs up here that get you other things. So wait, so if I do origin talents... Oh, we can take these now as well. Oh, so I think it shows you the whole list, but it shows you them in, like, these orders. And then it's like, then there are padlocked ones. So there's actually a lot more than we previously had seen. Oh, that's what people were saying. Okay. So we could take some of these now. Like, we can pass willpower resistance tests using our fellowship, which was something that we wanted to take because that allowed us to take, like, basically no willpower, because we can basically use fellowship in any circumstance. That I think sounds good. I think I might just take that, actually. Yeah, I think I might take that. Let's take camaraderie. That's one that I wanted. I wanted the ability to basically ignore willpower and use our fellowship instead, which means that we can then have a higher fellowship value because effectively that's two things that we're passing with one. Yeah, that seems good. Next, and then a characteristic increase. Well, here I kind of just want intelligence or something like that. Yeah, intelligence is kind of what I want. I want to just buff that. I love getting lore passes. I love getting logic passes. I love getting tech use passes. We're effectively going to be like the out of combat stat character, but I'm okay with that. That's what I want. Because I want an out of combat stat character to be with us at all times, and therefore we're perfect for that. Yeah, let's do that. Wonderful. Complete. Right. Adira. So, I was told on her, specifically, if we go and have a look at talents, we can see that we should have, warp features. So these would be Psyker talents. So we missed all of these last time, because I stopped at the same point. Yeah, so we've actually got a ton down here. So we've got heavy weapons, we've got the characteristic training, you've got the base skill training. Grenadier. Soldiers first combat. First grenade use in combat does not spend AP and does not count towards the attack limit. Okay, Edge of Fate. At the beginning of every combat, the Psyker's allies gain 15% critical hit chance. The first critical hit removes that effect. Very useful though for removing enemies quickly, right? Like if your first hit is like, or like if you're really likely to get a crit on one of your early hits, a crit clears an enemy, allows you just the opportunity to, allows you the opportunity to fight less enemies per fight. Okay. Allies under the effect of at least one psychic power gain additional 5 plus 2 times 1 currently. Armor pen. Okay. Every 9th successful dodge or parry by the Psyker and her allies combined grants the Psyker 2 additional AP. That's one of the ones where I'm like, I don't know how long fights are. Is 9 a high number? Is 9 a low number? I have no idea. The first dodge attempt of every enemy in combat suffers -7 plus 7 times Psyker Psi rating, so 7. So 14% penalty for each dodge attempt, for the first dodge attempt of every enemy in combat. Okay. When the Psyker uses a divination psychic power on an ally without an unnatural luck effect, the ally gains unnatural luck. When the ally suffers a critical hit, it becomes a normal hit instead. Oh, cool. Aftershock. Every time the Psyker deals mental damage from any source other than Aftershock, the target suffers half as much mental damage at the end of its next turn. Okay. So it's kind of a little delayed damage. Enemies that have taken damage from Psyker at least once suffer a -20 penalty to all resistance tests against the Psyker. Okay. Again, like that's one that's going to probably be more useful later. Right now, if an enemy takes damage from Adira, the enemy is dead. So, you know, It's not really a big problem. Enemies that have failed a willpower resistance test against any of the Psyker's psychic powers will suffer an additional 6 mental damage until they suffer every time they suffer mental damage until the end of combat. Anytime the enemy becomes a target of any particular psychic power for the first time, this enemy suffers a -5 to their intelligence and perception, and the Psyker's intelligence and perception increase by +2 until the end of combat. Okay, interesting. Whenever the Psyker kills an enemy with a psychic power dealing more damage than the wounds of the target, the excess damage will be dealt to the enemy closest to the target. Ooh. Alright. That's very good. Okay. Enemies that become targets of the Psyker's psychic powers gain a stacking -5 penalty to dodge and parry until the end of combat. Okay. After every 6th use of a psychic power by the Psyker, all enemies gain a -5 to all characteristics. Enemies currently afflicted with blinded, stunned, immobilized, or prone effects by the Psyker suffer 10% more damage. Oh, and we got our origin stuff. When an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability, or affects an ally with such an ability, the resolve is increased by fail bonus divided by 2 for 1 round. While under 40% wounds, Imperial characters gain a +10 bonus to all characteristics and a +2 to resolve. If no other character in the current party has the same archetype as this character, the first use of any abilities from this archetype costs -1 AP less. Well, that won't even apply. I won't apply because we're an operative, and she's an operative. All allies, excluding Xenos, in the current party gain +5 to the same characteristic as was chosen for Humanity's Finest. I don't know what that was. Was that your perception or something? Origin advancement? Yeah, so I think maybe. Oh, there we go. It's a willpower. Okay. Psi rating. Ooh, so we can increase this. So what would we need? Character level 20. Oh. It's really easy. Every time Perils of the Warp... every Perils of the Warp increases momentum by Psyker's willpower bonus plus resolve plus psi rating. 6 plus... I don't know what resolve is. 6 plus whatever our resolve is plus psi rating. Is this resolve? Yeah. So 10 plus 1, so 11. Okay. Cool. Don't think we need that. After triggering psychic phenomena or Perils of the Warp first time each turn, Psyker's next psychic power costs 1 less action point. First time in combat then, ally becomes the target of a Psyker's psychic power. The ally gains a +10 to weapon skill and ballistic skill until the end of combat. Okay. Force weapon attacks deal more damage. Use of a heroic act by the Psyker decreases veil degradation by int bonus. Terrible int on this character though, so that's not going to be good. If the Psyker uses a damaging psychic power on targets that are 6 cells or farther from the Psyker, the targets suffer additional plus ballistic skill bonus damage. Yeah, okay. Psyker's psychic powers that have a range of 2 or more cells have their range increased by perception bonus. So by 4? That's really good, right? That's like incredible. Means you can stay well back in combat. The first psychic power used each turn increases veil degradation by 2 points less. It minimum of 1. Okay, that's good. So that means if we were to use lightning, right? Instead of it taking the 3 that it currently costs, it would take 1. Maybe not right now, but very useful later if we have more than one Psyker. The Psykers can use a damaging psychic power while being threatened by enemies in melee range without provoking attacks of opportunity. Non-damaging psychic powers do not provoke attacks of opportunity even without this talent. Oh, useful, thank you. While a Psyker is not in the target's line of sight or the Psyker is in cover, all resistance tests of the target suffer a penalty. I like subtle manipulation, having literally just ran into the situation where that would be useful. I think we might take that. That, like, literally running into the situation where that's useful and then getting that ability popping up is like, alright. I mean, so many of these are good. Like, everything sounds incredible, which is the problem. Like, everything sounds incredible. So, like, what do you take? I don't know. It's not like it's a Pathfinder situation where, like, everything sounds awful apart from, like, maybe one thing that sounds okay. Everything here is, like, This allows you to destroy the enemy. Okay, cool. It does worry me though, because I'm sure at some point the enemy are going to get the same things back to us. It's going to be like everything that, you know, you have, the enemy has. It's like, now it's unfair. But I don't know. Perception is fine. Could willpower increase? You do have our highest willpower. We could just keep chucking points in willpower. It does sound useful. Yeah. We resist negative mental effects and psychic powers. I think that's kind of cool. We could go perception. It recommends perception, but I don't know if we need that. Who is the highest? Argenta, Malha. Yeah. It would give us a bonus, but let's go willpower. That gives us a plus 7 bonus to willpower. I like that. Okay. Abelard. Hello. Right, so he gets the same thing. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. He gets an ability. Ooh, so we already have Endure. Sworn enemy. So we mark an enemy as an enemy. We do extra damage. Reckless Strike. Next melee attack gains a strength bonus armor pen. We're not interested in anything that says strength. That's not what we're doing here. Haunting Scream. The warrior screams at their enemies to draw their attention and becomes priority target of any enemy who fails a willpower resistance test. Okay, so that is just seeing like what's the difficulty of it. I don't know. Maybe there's just a flat difficult. Maybe it's just roll under your willpower. I don't know if it says that. Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it's just roll under your stat or something. Okay. That'd be interesting. Ability to taunt people in. Breakthrough. As an agi bonus one. That's even worse than a strength bonus one. I think taunting scream sounds really useful. I'm gonna take it. We're eventually going to be a tank one way or another. And then I get to choose a skill increase. Huh. So carouse, athletics, coercion, demolition, medicae. We're currently the best at medical stuff, but we can't use it because we have no skill in it. That's really funny. Like we're like the best person medically, but we're just like we just have no actual knowledge of medicine. It's like if we bothered to learn it, we would be the best. However, we haven't bothered. Carouse, I guess, because that's the one that's based on toughness, and it's the one that we have like no skill in. Yeah, let's take Carouse. Okay. And then we have Argenta, who gets a characteristic and an ability. Very different than an ability and a characteristic, which the previous one got. Ballistic skill, agility, perception, strength, willpower. Well, I mean, yeah, it's between one of these two. I think we go agility. That's her special thing right now. It gives us more dodge. It means that she's going to be very, very good at dodging people. I mean, the nice thing about ballistic skill, though, is it does increase the base hit chance. But we actually don't really care about hit chance too much. I mean, we care, but she doesn't hit in the same way that other characters hit. Like, it's a 28%, but she's killing a ton of targets because we're aiming at, like, a huge bunch. And it's like, well, we got 28% of hitting one, but, like, we might hit any of them, right? That's kind of how we're playing her. So I think this is fine for now. We will want to increase it at some point, but, you know, we'll see. And then what have we got? Dash. Immediately dashes in the selected direction, spending all their movement points. Does not provoke attacks of opportunity. That's really good, actually. The reason why that's good is because she can't use her gun when she's in melee range. So the ability to leave is nice. Controlled shot. Soldier and her allies will automatically dodge the soldier's next attack. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So we can say, hey, I'm going to burst fire, but it's not going to hit you. Entrench. Spends all AP and MP and gains 30% bonus to cover efficiency. The next time they use run and gun, they gain back all spent AP and MP plus one additional AP. Also resets the cooldown of all the soldiers' abilities except for run and gun. Okay, so it's like that would turn your the way you play into shoot, it'll be like shoot, run and gun. Next turn, run, entrench. Next turn, shoot, run and gun. Then you have all your MP, AP, and you're basically just running around the map every second turn doing a bunch of damage. Okay. Yeah, I guess you could also, because it doesn't say you have to use all your AP and MP, it just says it spends all your AP and MP. So you can use that at the end of your turn, I guess. But then you wouldn't gain back anything with run and gun. But it gives you the cover efficiency. But you could do like reload, entrench, and then you get like 2 AP back. The next ranged area attacks made by the soldier deal 50 plus 10 times the ballistic skill bonus percentage damage. So 100% extra damage, and has additional 10 plus 2 times ballistic skill percentage dodge reduction. So 20% dodge reduction. That's good. And then rapid fire. The soldier's next burst attacks will have its rate of fire doubled, but will deal 25% less damage. All the shots will follow random trajectories. Only works with weapons capable of doing it. I think dash and entrench are really good. I think that controlled shot has its uses, and I think that concentrated fire also has its uses. I'm going to take dash. I think dash is maybe boring, but is incredibly useful to like avoiding melee attackers coming in. And currently that might be an issue. Means we can also play a little bit more aggressive with her. Like we can move her closer to the enemy because we know we can dash out on the next turn, right? It gives us a way to leave, basically. Yeah, I think that's useful. Okay, cool. Well, that was good. I liked that level up. That was straightforward. All right, I'm gonna have a quick peek through here. Hey, I thought this might be a small room.
Is there money to be made?
What have we got here? The drums exude a caustic smell of promethium. Thankfully, the rebels have not yet reached them and set this place ablaze. And then we have a lock to pick.
I won't let it define me. Just as I planned.
Hey, we got it. Death World Origin Light Flak Armor. Okay, so world property gives you 5 agility, and you gain a 10% parry chance against melee attacks. Okay. Do we have to use this? Oh, I think if you have the matching world thing, then it gives you the bonus? Yeah, wait, unless this is just like a... I don't know what this means. Does this mean we get... Let me check something. Does this give 5 agility if I equip it? Yes. Okay, so it means nothing. It's just a... It's like, because it's from this world, you get this bonus. Okay. In which case, like, this is a your thing, right? It lowers your armor, gives you the same dodge, which is what we want, but then gives you 5 agility, which actually increases your dodge. So this is actually lying. This actually has better dodge. We have a look here. It gives you 90% dodge and a +6 bonus on your agility. I think that's really good. And it gives you better demolition skill, which is going to be imminently important. Okay, cool. Oh, right, that's the same thing we just read from the other angle. Okay. Starport. Out here. And I think this might be where I end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.